I don't know if you remember last time I was spreading the Wallen gospel up here in Canada, and we bonded over our love of Peyton Manning. So
yes, we did.
I'm pretty happy to be chatting with you again.
I've since gotten to know Peyton a little better. I've gotten to know his brother Cooper a little better too. So it's been cool.
So you're just trying to rub that in my face as
No.
never get to meet Peyton Manning, my hero. You're like, oh, I actually know him pretty good now.
I'm trying to share our mutual joy, man. Come on.
So my daughter was born after the last time we talked. She's actually named Peyton
Congrats.
after Peyton Manning. Yeah. So how are you enjoying being dad?
I am a lot, man. It's cool. It's wild, really. It's crazy to experience a lot of the things that go with it.
What's one thing that you've done or experienced so far that's kind of mind blowing for you?
I don't know. I think just seeing a lot of expressions that he makes that are kind of similar to mine. It's like, oh yeah, that's that's definitely my kid.
Is there a face or a tantrum that goes along where you're like, oh yeah, that's me?
He's not really much of a tantrum guy. He's pretty chill. Which I think, from what I understand from my mom, I was a pretty difficult baby to deal with. So maybe he didn't take after me in that sense.
Or maybe it's just coming in when he hits 2.
Probably, yeah, coming when he gets. Because my mom said I didn't sleep all night till I was like 5 years old. So I'm hoping that he's definitely not taking after me with that.
Speaking of sleeping, I was up later than normal on Saturday because I was watching you on SNL. How freaked out were you that you were actually in a skit that was about what happened?
I wasn't freaked out at all, actually. We had talked about it throughout the week and got to rehearse it and make changes and make it better. But that whole crew and cast and producers, everybody was so awesome and accommodating, and it was very professional, and they made us all feel really at home. And I didn't feel stressed out not one single time throughout the whole week. And they were, it was awesome, and I would go back in a heartbeat.
When they came with the idea, like, hey, we're going to make fun of what happened, did that just let the tension out of the room where you're like, okay, I'm okay here?
Yeah, I was actually hoping that would be the case because they had introduced the idea of a skit to us, a little bit earlier. And I was hoping that they would just go ahead and make fun of me because that's what I wanted to do. I think, I wanted people to know that I don't take myself too serious and things like that. So it was fun, man. I really had a good time.
So I had bets because as soon as I saw the skit, I was like, oh, I know the song. I know at least he's going to do one song. I thought you were going to do Livin' the Dream because to go with the skit and everything goes together. How did you choose which songs you were going to do?
Well, Seven Summers is my single right now, so I figured it'd probably be smart to continue to promote that. I kind of wanted to do Livin' the Dream for those reasons, but I also wanted to make a statement for country music and for the things that I'm proud of. And I feel like it's still going down. The second song I picked is a song that just lets people know that country music's still a thing and the things that we love to do are fun and and stuff that means a lot to us. And I feel like that song says that. And I was, it fired me up to be able to represent country music, and I wanted people to know that.
How good did it feel to finally get to do those songs on a stage again?
It felt pretty good, man. I crave the day that we get to play actual shows again. But for now, these situations that we get, whether it's CMA, SNL, whatever, that we're the opportunities that we're given, they mean a whole lot right now, and we're thankful to be able to do them.
So since you gave us a little pre-release when you pre-ordered the album, I feel like that Dave Chappelle meme where like I'm a bit of an addict, like I need more. And I just have to keep waiting. Are we getting any more teases, any more singles before the full double album finally comes out? Or am I just going to keep hitting repeat on what I got?
I think that might be it for now. I mean, there's only a month left. I can't even believe that either before it comes out. So, yeah, I think we'll let these 8 that are out already saturate a little bit more. And then we'll have 22 new ones that'll be out on the 8th.
So as I'm going through it the first time when I got the pre-order, I'm like, oh, Still Going Down. That's got to be the next single. And then I hear Livin' the Dream, and I'm like, I was blown away by that song. What was going on? What had you just gone through? What was going on inside that writer's room that day when you're like, I got to put this out. I got to just write how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think it's just realizing, that some of the things that come along with being, famous or fame aren't always beautiful. And I think that's not the first time that this song has been, the idea of this song has been written, but I think the way we wrote it was very honest and came from a real place. And I don't wake up feeling like that every day, but there's things that happen in my life that make me realize the weight of the position I'm in, and the lack of privacy, or the lack of being the ability to make a mistake and learn from it without everyone else trying to rub it in or help you or whatever. It's kind of, you realize that those kind of things are not there anymore. But I don't know, you just try to make decisions and try to do the best you can. And sometimes people don't always understand that the pressure you feel, or the I don't know. We just wanted to explain that feeling that comes with it sometimes.
For us, big fans of you and big fans of the lifestyle, and who go to the shows, who are on the other side of things, it's such a great perspective to get what's going on the other side, that, we just think it's just, planes and hotels and parties all the time, and it's just great. So just to get another perspective was really, really refreshing. And it's such a fantastic song. So thank you for your honesty.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I didn't, as part of me was a little concerned that people would think that I was wanting pity or people to feel sorry for me. It was not anything to do with that. I just want to say, hey, I feel like this sometimes, and I just want to let you know.
So where do you go? Because I know you got a great connection with home. I know your dad was a preacher. Where do you go when you need to get grounded again, to get back to Morgan, actual yourself? You go home? Is there somebody you call that when you're on the road? What grounds you?
Yeah, I mean, I try to talk to my dad a lot, actually, especially when I'm on the road. Me and him talk quite a bit. But it's good for me just to get out into nature, into the country, whether it's a farm or whether it's the woods or anything, to where I don't have to think about everything else that's going on. I kind of just get to sit there and be with myself. I like to get alone, whether it's hunting or fishing or riding horses or bush hogging a field or whatever it is, man. If I can just get alone for a little while and sit there with myself and kind of connect back with the person I know that I am, regardless of anything else going on in the world, that really helps me.
And has your dad always been the guy that you called when you were going through something or in a tight spot, or just to catch up with for 30 minutes? You always had that kind of connection?
Yeah, I mean, as an adult, yeah. When I was growing up, me and him butted heads a little bit, just because, I was a little teenager, whatever, causing hell. But the older I got, the more I realized how much he cared for me and how much he's always looked out for me. And he's awesome. He's funny. He's a great dude, and I love talking to him. And yeah, he's always been a go-to of mine for sure.
As you can tell, I'm pretty geeked out about the double album that's coming. So I know you're supposed to say all of them as I ask this question, but is there one that you can't wait for us massive Morgan Wallen fans to hear when the double album comes out?
Man, I think the first song on the album is called "Sand in My Boots." It's a cool story. The song is unique for I think for my fans. I've never put out a song like it. Just more piano based. I get to show my kind of beginnings. Learning piano was one of the first instruments I learned, and it just has a different sound to it than something I put out before. So I'm excited for that one.
I don't have much time with you left, but I got to get two things as I lead up to Christmas, just for my own personal knowledge. I need you to weigh in on these things. If you're going to have a cookie, are you having a soft cookie or a hard cookie, and why?
Man, it's hard to beat a good fresh chocolate chip cookie straight out of the oven, man. Like maybe 3 minutes out. That way it's not completely mushy, but it's got a good, it's got enough crunch, somewhere in the middle between a soft and a hard cookie. I'd prefer just barely, not just a barely amount of crunch. I like a little crunch.
That made you think a lot more than I thought it would, and I appreciate that thoughtful answer. Last one, I'll get you.
I tend to do that sometimes.
Last one, I'll get you out of here. If you had to only watch one, Elf or the Santa Claus?
I'd say Elf.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just kind of what I think of when I grew up watching a Christmas movie. That was more in my time frame, I guess.
Awesome, man. Well, I don't know where you're going to be spending the holidays. You got so much exciting things on the horizon, and first Christmas as a dad as well. So enjoy that. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and I just can't wait to hear the full album out in January.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Hopefully we'll see y'all soon.
Keep bragging about that Peyton connection, and we'll talk again about it soon. Okay, brother?
All right.